By 2018, the Predator franchise was pretty much unsavable. It was kind of dire. The franchise needed a shot in the arm. And the genius thing about Prey 2022 is that it doesn't necessarily move the franchise forward. It goes back in time and does something completely unexpected. But it's really just an adaptation of the original Predator, but done so well. And through this one film, we now have an animated film and another film coming out now, all in the span of just 3 years. This film basically saved the franchise.
Oh, for sure, for sure. That whole mess of a film of 2018 was something. But this movie, it didn't need to go that hard. It's so grounded and level. It doesn't overcomplicate too much. What I love about this is that, as you said, it's set in a different time period and it makes you think how the characters are going to outsmart the Predator. You think about the Predator, what they do in this universe and their code of hunting. This one, super brutal. And this one had to think about its technology in this time, fighting against the Native Americans. You have to see the fight scenes that they created in this. It just felt so raw. It just felt so cool. And you're probably thinking, like, how did they achieve this? Not trying to make this super sci-fi. It just felt like such a different vibe, which I absolutely loved.
Yeah, it's just a simple thing, really. Tech versus basic weaponry. Every other Predator film, all the characters have guns. They can easily fire off 1,000 rounds. But here, it's so obviously in the Predator's advantage. And so the character that we follow, which is Naru, she has to figure out so many different smart techniques in a way that we've never seen before.
This is the Out of Time Film Podcast, where your hosts Tom and John discuss everything from blockbuster films to TV and games like there's no tomorrow.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, John, but this is your first Predator movie, right?
Yes.
One hell of a film to start with.
Yeah, I heard things about Predator, like all the movies and how iconic they are. Some of them have a collaboration with Alien. Alien versus Predator, but this is one hell of an introduction. What I loved about it was that you don't need to know too much about the Predator. It's purely visual. There's different aspects uniquely terrifying. You wonder, what kind of Predator is this? It's a wild, crazy, erratic sort of Predator, which I'm excited to see what other versions are there in this Predator universe. We got Predator Badlands with a Wailing Yutani synth.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Hold on.
I love it. I think that was a smart decision because it's just about nature. It's about the forces of nature. And Predator's like, hey, what's up? I heard you guys fighting. I want to join in.
Yeah, basically the Predator spends the first 2 acts just trudging around like, hey, where are the people to fight? And then keeps on killing different predators and is like, oh man, this bear isn't good enough
It's
for
a
me.
bear. I gotta kill a bear.
Oh, you're imagining it with like a Southern American accent.
Yeah, it keeps them as trophies, doesn't he?
Yes, it does.
With the skulls in my bone collection.
I think in one of them we see almost like a trophy room on the ship. I think that might be Predator 2. But yeah, like we see a different kind of Predator in this one. This species, we're still learning more and more about them. But this one, the design is slightly different and the way that it acts is kind of different. And it's simultaneously a very cold and calculating and precise killer, but also very, as you say, like erratic. Like it will just go ham on entire troops of people. And I thought that was really great. And throughout the film, almost every scene is predator and prey. Maybe not necessarily the predator as we know it, but it just unpacks like, what does that mean? There's a scene early on, which is a great one take where we see a little bug that goes onto the predator. And then that bug is eaten by like a rat. And then the rat is eaten by a snake. And then the predator kills the snake. And it's just throughout, you just get all these really great ideas of what that means. Our main characters are in a native tribe, and we also unpack the idea of the colonial forces that will start to slaughter them throughout America. That was a predator-prey dynamic as well. Is this film set in 1719
I think it was
or something?
1500s. I think
Is it 1500s? I thought it was 1700.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
okay,
could be
hold on.
wrong.
I can Google that. I seem to remember
think
it
it's
saying
1500s.
1719. I was bang on.
Ah, god damn!
baby.
I read it. Who put the dates wrong? Dan Trachtenberg. I swear, you changed something. You changed the date. But no, I think that was a great idea to have that link to the history and the genocide of the Native Americans. That that had an interesting impact for the human side of the characters. Like humans, the most deadliest on Earth. They commit some of the most insane crimes. That was great. I think that was great to have weight. There was some weight to it.
Yeah, this film strips it back to basics. It's a very less is more approach. And the great thing about that is that when you've got so little going on, you can really dig into it all. And even just the title, just being Prey, it's just a beautiful spin on the whole franchise and concept. And goddamn, this film is so good, dude.
It's so good. I want to jump back to the design of the Predator because it just has this skull mask blended with the technology. It's so cool. It's so cool.
Oh.
And then the fight scenes as well. One of my favorite shots in this movie when one of the French colonizers aimed at the Predator and is like, "Oh, I'm going to shoot you, buddy."
That's the exact line.
The exact line, by the way, in French.
Yeah.
I can do French.
He can
everybody.
speak French.
I can't. And then Predator just like whips out this circle, like, I don't know what it was, but he just throws it at the French colonizer. And he was,
Oh my God.
I can't emphasize how insane that was. I had to reload that. I was like, 10
Really?
seconds, 10 seconds back. This is so cool.
All the tech that the Predator has, the different weapons, there's a lot of melee stuff like a staff and a shield and even like he's got a little device that can take traps off his feet because of course
He's got everything. He's
genuinely. But of course he also has the classic laser sight and
Yes.
I like the way they visualize it in this one with the arrows that all fire different times and they go across the three and the way they utilize it. But crucially, the thing that got me was, oh my God, practicality.
It was filmed on location, everybody.
Oh man, the whole time this film just
beautiful.
looked impeccable. Then there is some CGI, especially some CGI creatures, and they all look great. I think the budget was so well used. Again, everything is so simple that they really refine everything. But the Predator looks insanely good. Like, that's all practical, man. The mouth and the scales and everything. I'm sure it has some CGI enhancements. I would be surprised if it didn't. But you can see some of those behind-the-scenes images and videos. And, mate, I'm telling you...
I'm just looking at the budget. I'm just looking at the budget for this movie.
What's the budget?
65 million.
No. Oh, man. You can make movies that look this good at 65 million.
Why wasn't
Come
this
on.
released in cinemas?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Disney.
This
I'm looking at you, Disney.
again. Okay, so on the bright side, releasing this on streaming, it was very popular, and now we do get to have a new Predator film in cinemas, which is great.
Yay.
It proved that there was interest in the franchise, and that's good. But my God, like we didn't talk about this in 2022, and the main reason why I never got round to it until 3 years later is because it just wasn't in the cinema, and I was a little bit like, eh. But whoa! This film would have worked so well in the cinema. The action and the atmosphere. There are so many brilliant set pieces. There's one that's all in the smoke of the fire from the night before, where the Predator's picking off the French. Like, that is... Oh my God, wait, what a sequence. And then there's ones in like jungles and in tall grass. And there's one where a Predator fights a bear in a river, which was the first time we properly get to see the Predator, which is also the first time that Naru gets to see it as well, and that was just incredible. Even without the Predator itself, there's one where Naru is stuck in a bog and it's just really, really tense as she slowly sinks and she tries to get out of it. And I've got to say, I was once stuck in a bog just like her, and I also escaped. So I must come to the conclusion that I could also kill a Predator.
Whoa, okay.
Thank you very much.
You heard
Thank
it,
you.
everybody. You can take on a Predator,
Hell yeah.
doing that. I'll be chilling. He's just like, oh, that's just John.
He can't hear you.
Yeah, he can't hear you. That's funny. Yeah, there's some really intense moments like the bog.
Yeah.
But the whole fight at the end, cinema. Absolute cinema.
Genuinely.
Naru's character arc just works brilliantly for this scene. Like, it just has this amazing conclusion. Like, she learns so much from the previous fights or the previous encounters with the Predator, and she outsmarts it in various different ways. One of my favorite was just before when the Predator gets killed off. The Predator gets his hand stuck in the tree, and Naru tries to stab, but then the Predator gets his shield out, and that takes out his arm. And it's like, whoa.
What a move. What a move.
That was hardcore. That was so hardcore. He was like walking off. He was like, oh, lost the arm. Guess I'll fight you then.
'Tis but a scratch. just a
dude.
flesh wound. I love just that whole final set piece. It's so clever the way that it's made, and the idea that throughout we see that she's not necessarily a natural born killer. She is afraid to take that final shot, and she has numerous points where she misses the shot at the lion or at the bear, and then at the end she finally gets to outsmart it and say what her brother told her to say, you know, when you do the hunt. And listen, man, it's just, again, I so badly want to see this at the cinema. It would have been great if they would have re-released this at the cinema this year before Badlands, but I guess not. It's just so impactful, and the music as well in that final scene. I wanted to punch the air, because in that moment when Naru drags the predator into the bog and you realize that this is where she was before, she says fetch to the dog, and the dog brings the hatchet and she uses it with the rope and it goes into the bog. Oh my god, it was so rousing and triumphant and so well built towards. And at the very end when she returns to her tribe as well, it's so emotional. And I think that a good score can do so much for a film, and it elevates this one into something more than just great. The composer is called Sarah Schachner and just did an amazing job. I was so gripped by that whole finale and the way that Naru utilizes the helmet with the sight, all these things she's figured out. Mate, if you could see
Mate.
John right now, his expressions.
It just got me smiling once that clicked, when she positions that helmet. Dude, it has some great writing to it. Like, I know people be like, how can she take down the predator? How can she do that? I think it's genuinely great writing to have this character who's outsmarting the predator in various different ways. I mean, it's brutal. The one that is just so focused on violence and wants to be super powerful against the animals, like, he's just killing every single animal that he sees. So I think it's so well deserved to have that, because it's like, how do you take on the predator? We have to use your smarts.
It hits many of the classic Predator beats, like the scene where she realizes about the infrared that he can't see when the blood is cold. We've seen that before, but it doesn't feel like a retread. It feels like they're playing on what we expect, or I guess you may not have expected it because it's your first Predator film.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
still, it's utilizing these elements in a smart way. It plays on what we expect. It doesn't need to twist them. It's just that she finds out at the right moment. There's a bit where her brother says, I eventually caught the lion and I used your tactic. Like, she's smart and she might not be as strong, but that is basically what she defeats the predator using her smarts, using his strength. And that's just so great. Oh man. To see the whole tribe constantly not have faith in her and make fun of her as a woman wanting to be a hunter, and for that to eventually culminate in her actually winning, that's good stuff, baby.
Good stuff right there, especially from the get-go, from the beginning of the movie. She obviously wants to become better with her brother. People doubt her. I feel like it's a timeless structure, this like hero's journey to follow her through. It's so crazy once you think about it. It's like she's a Native American, lives in a tribe, just hunts animals and wants to be proven to be a genuine hunter, a really good hunter for the tribe. And then she's like, I want to do something better. She fights the predator. Like, that's like such a massive whiplash to think about, but it works so well, and it just feels like it's not too far-fetched. It feels so grounded and level.
Yeah, 100%. But also at the same time, our other main character, which is her brother, like, he gets some really good stuff to shine as well. The moment that he is riding the horse around the predator in circles and like dodging as the arrows like whip past him, and he shoots him in the back and he stabs him as well. It's really great stuff. And like the emotional hook between the two of them, I really like that because you believe in their relationship. I wish there were a couple more tender moments between the two, especially in that first act. But when they're tied to the tree and they're talking to each other,
Yeah.
that was really sweet.
Yeah, I wish there was more scenes with her family. I think her mother, there has to be some more emotional investment towards her. I think there is enough, but I think the film could go further into it.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah. There's some great moments in the opening with her mother. It feels like there was this close family. They have a dog. One of the goodest of boys. You know, the dog. What a good dog. I was overjoyed when the dog didn't die. I know people be like, move on when the dog dies. I'm like, no, the dog.
No.
The dog. I love the dog.
It's like John Wick. You just can't.
I love animals, you know, I love dogs. So seeing this dog have a badass role in it and just helping Naru along the way. Wait, does the dog have a name though?
Yeah, it does.
Sari.
Sari. That rings a bell. That sounds right. He was so great. I mean, as you said, so much of it is visual. You could watch this as a silent movie, I think.
Yeah.
I love the idea that the bond between Naru and her dog doesn't even need words. It's just so wonderful. Now, which version of this did you watch? Are you familiar with the different versions of this film?
What? There's different versions?
There's
What do you
different
mean there's
versions.
different versions?
Okay, so did you know Prey was originally intended to all be spoken in Comanche?
Why didn't I watch that one? What?
Well, that's
What do you
fine
mean?
because that's not the version that they ended up making. I assume probably his studio didn't think it would be marketable to have a film in different language, but all the actors were auditioned and cast on the basis of not just their acting, but also whether they could speak Comanche or not. And you can watch the Comanche dub of this film where all the actors dub it. That's the version that I watched. It grounds this film even more into its historical periods. I can see the regret on John's face right now. Just the pain.
I wish
You
I
have to
could
watch
watch
it.
that version.
You
I
can
kinda
watch it
wish I
again.
watched- I can. I did not know that.
It's brilliant. Obviously, as a dub, there is still the disconnect between the actors' lips moving and the words they say. I wish that they had shot this film in Comanche. I wish that there wasn't that blockage, but that's what Dan Trachtenberg wanted to do initially, and that would have been so
God
amazing.
damn it, the studio. Why don't you listen,
I know.
man? That is an awesome idea, though. You're stupid. Hear this? You're stupid. Oh my God.
We're gonna set the Predator on you. Can you imagine though if this film was in cinemas with the Comanche cut in an alternate universe?
Well, people can't be bothered to
like,
read.
oh my
That's what
God.
it sounds like.
Yeah,
The
it's
studios,
true.
they just like get over a centimeter of a barrier. I'm so sad.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm sure it was still great in English.
Yeah.
I think now this is probably would make a lot of people mad,
Ooh.
but fuck it, fuck 'em. This is my favorite Predator movie. I thought this was absolutely incredible, and I'm so excited. So we are going to be doing next week. We're going to be doing Killer of Killers, the animated anthology, and then the week after, Badlands is coming out. I'm so excited just to experience the different versions of what Dan Trachtenberg has to offer for this franchise because whoa, this was amazing. Did you stay during the credits?
There's more? What do you mean there's more?
There's not a post-credit scene, don't worry. But you know how the end of the credits, you might have seen that it was the art style of the kind of like Native American,
Yes, how they tell stories, yes.
Yes, it tells the story of the film as we go. The final thing we see with this art style is the end of the film when Naru returns back to the tribe and she's got the head of the predator. And the final thing we see, which we don't see at the end of the movie, is the tribe looks up, the sky thunders, and more ships come out. What does it mean?
Oh.
What does it mean?
Prey 2! We're gonna get a sequel!
Whoa!
We're gonna get Prey 2! What?
I'm ready. I don't know what this means.
Could it be, here's my pitch about, like, what
Okay.
if Naru becomes a leader? Like, she learns how to be a leader to fight against the other predators in the movie. Like, she knows...
I think that makes a lot of sense. I wonder if... Okay, so we know that... This is weird because we're speculating on a film that's already released here, but I wonder if Killer of Killers, because that's an anthology that tells a couple of different stories.
Yes.
Different time periods. I do wonder to myself, does it revisit this particular 1719?
Interesting.
It could.
Yeah.
Are they building to something? Is it going to be like the freaking Alien Predator Avengers?
The xenomorph might pop out somewhere like, hello, my lady.
Yeah. They're doing Spaceballs too as well.
They are.
It could be done. It could be done.
Oh my God, that would be great if we can have that xenomorph brought back just for Spaceballs 2.
They bring back Arnold Schwarzenegger as an AI, like young. Oh God, I could see it. I could see it happening. It's Disney. It's Disney.
Yeah, I'm so ready for the Predator films. I'm gonna watch the first two, but I'm gonna see what people say, like the first Predator movies.
My favorites are 1 and 3, so take of that what you will. I think 2 is a bit of a cult classic, and 4 almost killed the franchise. So debatable. Bring back Adrian Brody from 3. He's the main character in 3. Seriously though, Amber Midthunder, who plays Naru, she's fantastic.
Fantastic.
I saw her as well in Novocaine earlier this year.
Novocaine. She was in Novocaine?
Novocaine! Yeah. He's not fucking dead. But yeah, what are you going to give Prey out of 10?
Oh, this is so good. I'm gonna give it a 9 because it's a great
Yeah.
film.
I'm also going to 9, and sometimes it feels weird to give such a high score. A couple weeks ago, we gave One Battle After Another 9s as well. Prey is that good.
It's
It's
that
that
good.
good.
I would put
And
it
it's on.
above One Battle After Another because
I
of
think I
how
would too. I want to see this at the cinema so desperately. So desperately.
it's so stupid though. Like, why didn't they release it on the big screens? Because it felt like a proper big screen adventure.
This was in 2022. This was when they were really trying with Disney Plus.
Let's follow the streaming format, guys.
Well, hey, it's definitely not going to lose us a bunch of money.
Yeah, we're gonna look at the viewership.
Whatever the case, I'm happy that we have this no matter what, and I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Here's the big
Oh,
question: is it in physical media though? Is it on Blu-ray?
ooh, this is going to be one to Google.
Is it? Is it real? Is it real? Yo! Oh, that's such a cool. That's such a cool.
Released 27th of November 2023. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Is there a steelbook?
Oh, seeing the anticipation on Tom's face.
Hell yeah, there's a steelbook, dude.
Yo!
It's sold out.
It's sold out, but
That's
exists
That's
somewhere
exciting.
in the
Yeah.
world.
Cool.
Oh, man.
I love
Cool.
movies. Thank you everyone for listening. If you're listening on YouTube and you enjoyed it, you can like and subscribe if you want to see more. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, you can follow and give us a 5-star review if you think we're worthy. And next week, it's more Predator. It's Killer of Killers. And I am suddenly super excited for this one.
Especially this is by Dan Trachtenberg as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Great.
What a guy. What a guy.
What a guy. What a guy.
Yeah.
He knows
And
what
you-
he's doing. He's cooking.
He really is. And you can send us an email, outstimefilmpod@gmail.com. Let us know your thoughts on Killer of Killers, and we will answer it right here on the podcast next week.
Yes, and you can follow us on Instagram at Out of Time Film Pod to see our incredible thumbnails from Zain Afzal, on Twitter for more thoughts on Tom and me, at TikTok to see edited clips, which are all also on Instagram, Reels and YouTube Shorts, and you can find links to that all in the description below. Thanks to L. James Smith for the excellent theme, and Ronan Phillips with vocals as always, and I think that's everything. Take what we're given.
Give nothing back.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.